do you mean political intrigue? Ay. It's like a day since I played this campaign and I have no idea what I was doing. It's over. Why am I double culture converting over here, for example? Must have a good reason. I think I haven't built standing army yet, look by the looks of it either. Great. I love that. I wonder if the meta is, well, for now, going to be like, you just build cannons and then use mercs with the cannons or something like that. That seems like it'd be pretty reasonable. Oh gosh, my nobility hate me. Why? You know, I'm a good guy. I mean, I spend so much on diffless vending. I could be rich if I just turn this off. But then I wouldn't be annexing, you know, that's the hard times. I want to say I had already maxed RGOs and roads in this campaign. Probably. That seems reasonable. Why is the max button not really max your RGOs? It's like only the ones we feel like. Okay, fine. Okay, so roads, RGOs max looks good. I haven't been lucky with any road debates this campaign, which is crazy. It's like I've not been able to get my centralization where I should have got it by now, I feel like. The game's just screwing me over. I don't even think I really want a tax season, but maybe on principle. Not sure. Yeah, maybe on principle we tax the people. I just need tax the nobility though. Everyone else can like I don't know, taxing the commoners doesn't really seem like it's worth. They'll just be mad. Nobility though, they don't even have hearts. Two Sicilies wants me to help in a war. Okay, bud. What am I missing? You think it's lumber? Paper, tools? Oh no. How am I? Oh no. That's not good. That's my market. They're missing tools. Oh no. And lumber. That's terrible. How though? No. That's not supposed to happen. Huh. Well, oh well. I don't want to fight the Commonwealth. Why are they allied to Hungary? It's okay. Future me will figure it out. I think I just need to recruit some cannons to assist the mercenaries or something like that. Wait, there's like a template system. Or something, right? How do you get to it? Oh, create unit template. Ten cannons. 12,000 ducats. Wow. That's ridiculous. That's like the +5 siege mode. It's cost you 12,000 to get. Come on. Yeah, I think you have to. My strategy is like you have to integrate with subjects and then culture convert with your cabinet. Because I think you're like with the amount of rebels, like I think you have to have it all as your culture. So let's create that template. Oh wait, we can name it. Perfect. $12K is expensive though. That's for 1 siege bonus. That seems ridiculous. To get a siege bonus, you need to spend 12,000 ducats. I mean, I don't know, man. If I wasn't like rich, that would be rough. Like that's brutal. So you need like 6,000 cannons to get a siege bonus these days. I don't know if that's working as designed. Maybe it is. It just feels like it's a lot of money. I mean, I don't like subjects either, but I just have my strategy. This is just keep my subject count low enough that I can have centralization trends still, so I get more speed of integration. That way I can get rid of the subjects as fast as possible and then culture convert myself. Oh, I could maybe pass this parliament. Probably not, actually. Oh, they were good. I'd rather not lose the stability. I was looking to go to war with Hungary, but he's pretty strong. I could also just keep expanding in Germany. I haven't really done that in a while. I guess I'm semi-coalition, though. It just seems like going after Hungary is easier because it's less antagonism to deal with. It's just fighting the Commonwealth kind of seems like it's not going to be fun. I mean, if I call in France and Italy, it's probably easy. He'll almost join. I bet if I had Diplo Endeavors, he would actually just join. Probably need to hire mercenaries, though. I mean, theoretically, I could build 2 stacks of cannons. It's just a ton of money. I was like, oh, you know, having a siege bonus would be super helpful because you can't really assault anymore, it seems like. But I'm not sure if it's worth. Maybe. It's like, is it the way just to have little cannon stacks? Yeah, I guess I'll build another stack. It's just 12,000, yeah. Paying like 25K for 2 stacks that will give you a siege bonus seems pricey, if you ask me. It's not even like the rest of the army either, you know, it's just literally just the cannons. And I'm planning to use mercenaries as like the front line, I guess. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you guys think of unit stacks and all that type of stuff. As Austria, it's easy to do whatever I'd like because they're pretty rich, but just wondering if I was a normal nation, I was someone who started small, is having any sort of standing army viable early on? Almost feels like it wouldn't be, but that's first impressions. It's, you know, you actually have to test those things to make judgment calls like that. Could annex Brandenburg, but they're already kind of dead anyways. They're kind of, yeah, they're freaking dead. Although they're probably going to get Reconquest. Maybe what I do is annex them and release them as a subject so I can get Reconquest. It's probably like somewhat reasonable. They even have Reconquest? Or do they? Yeah, they have plenty of Reconquest. But that taking the line over there also wouldn't really make sense for me. At least now. Yeah, maybe just fighting Hungary. Do I have a claim? Negative. Okay, well. Destroy enemy. Imperial ban. If only that was good. They balanced that CV, you know. You only get the Imperial land back. Which they should do for Reconquest, I think. And I think they will do that eventually. To be honest. But if you Imperial ban CB, you can only take the land that's in the tree, essentially. And I think that eventually that'll be the same with Reconquest, that you're only going to be allowed to take the land that is your cores. Don't call me on that. I'm just thinking that's how it should work. And some confirmation from the devs on the subjects as well. Some vague confirmation, right? I'm just culture converting away, though. I'm not the best at humanists, I think. I'm actually trending the wrong way. That's not good. I wonder why. I blame the church. I don't really want to get rid of that privilege. I bet it's going to be like freaking expensive. Yeah. 31 stability. I don't think so. I usually don't delete the forts after the early game. I usually delete them in the early game because money, but a lot of times I think you have to delete the forts because of rebels. Like, I think rebels are like one of the main reasons why you delete forts. Why do your troops die during winter? Like, did they not have shelter? Or I don't understand what they're trying to simulate here. I don't get it. Like, we're just chilling in our homeland and we lose like hundreds of guys to winter. I don't really understand the simulation behind that. Maybe that was real. I don't know. Did people just lose hundreds of their armies every winter? Why, like, you know, why they're just chilling? I get it if you're in enemy land, but I don't really understand why we lose troops like that when I don't know. It's just weird. Okay. Poor Ottomans get bullied by Bulgarians patch. Dude, just having 2 stacks that can siege is 200 a month. I'm like, that's brutal. Minor uprising, okay. Gonna fight Hungary eventually here. Were they that brutal? Just like in your homeland? Like, I don't know. Maybe they were. If they were, then right on, do that. I just always find it a weird thing that you like lose a bunch of guys during winter when you're like sitting in Vienna. I'm like, what are we doing? I'm not even drilling. They're just doing nothing there, collecting paychecks. I don't know for sure. Again, I'm like, if it's historical, then I think that's fair. I remember when I visited Austria, it was like April, but it was pretty cold still. So maybe the winters are just insanely brutal. All right, well, I think we could go to war with Hungary. Could call in Italy. Just kidding, I'm not allowed to go to war. Hussites, of course not. All right. It's not my turn yet, that's fair. Oh, well, speaking of Hussites, I guess I got to delete every fort over here because that's going to be painful if not. Is that better? Looks better, okay. That's like the simulation of Rebels was weird, Bill. Would you know the exact day that Rebels were gonna... I guess maybe you, if you had good intel, you would. Like, you know the exact day and the exact locations that Rebels are gonna defect to. Like, would that information be, like, that clear? Oh, I forgot to leave that for it. Oh, getting trapped in them. I hate the mountains, man. Brutal. We are getting a siege bonus, though, that's max here at least. We just pay. It's probably not worth that I'm doing that, to be honest. Can I just send cannons in against... I shouldn't. Like, I could just send cannons in against troops? Just cannons? Like, how would that even... I don't think that'd be very effective, would it? I mean, it seemed to be not bad in that battle. Maybe I shouldn't even raise the levies. Okay, that's fine. I raised levies for no reason, to be fair. I guess I don't generate manpower. Like, I'll just try to mass build armories, see if I can fix it. I guess I have too many troops. Seems really hard. I don't know, having standing army in this game, early in the game, seems really difficult now with the stack sizes. Oh, you want 2 stacks that just siege and nothing else? That's an insane amount of manpower and also an insane amount of maintenance. Like, having 1 fully filled stack seems like it's, I don't know, not even in the realm of possibility for most nations. Early game. Maybe that's what they want. I'm not saying that's bad. Just saying it is what it is. All right, let's go to this war. Let's force France to join outside of his will. I wonder when they're gonna fix that. Remove that from the game. I think they should. Because it's ridiculous. Hey, 10 favors to force anyone you want to war against their will. Can't even imagine having that in the EU4, how easy the key would be. It's so hard to get your allies to actually help you a lot of the times in war. I'm thinking I just hire mercenaries, though. Gather new mercenary army, and then I kind of just, like, combined... What's the magic way? Do you click on the fort by amount of subunits? Just, like, hire, like, 2 stacks of guys. And I'll just put the cannons with those guys, I think. Seems like somewhat reasonable. I don't really have manpower to replenish the cannons, I guess. Maybe I just need to have only one stack of cannons or something. I don't know. I like that superiority is fixed now, though, where you actually get war score. I wonder if that's a thing for the other ages, too, though. So I know in the early ages, it was, in later ages, superiority just didn't work in the later ages. So I hope that that's fixed. It seems like it is. Although, is it? I don't know. Maybe not, because it's 7 I mean, maybe there's no major battles. That's wishful thinking, isn't it? That's definitely wishful thinking. Maybe it only works in the first 2 ages then. I don't know. We'll see. I was just worried that superiority was really, really bad before, past the first couple ages. But I guess I haven't really seen any major battles yet, so we don't know. It could just be like, okay, let's see here. That's not a major battle. It's fine. I mean, let me look at the battles, see if anything significant happened. Because point 13, I don't know. I used to be able to like hover over this and it would tell you what happened in the battle, but now it's just like, we're gonna list the battle and give you no details on it. Okay. Cool. I like that. Yeah, that's helpful. I need to... Can mercenaries refill garrison? I have no idea. This one doesn't seem to actually do anything, so maybe not. Yeah, I don't. Why is that weird? Wait, did I refill the garrison? I guess I did. Wait, it doesn't automatically do it anymore? I'm confused. Why are the garrisons so small, though, too? Like 50? Why 50? Shouldn't be 500? I don't know anymore. Oh, maybe they don't have they're like not paying for their forts or something. I don't know. Who am I to say what's going on? Now, this garrison's 548. I'm just like, I don't know. It seems like inconsistent. Okay, so a pretty major battle here. So yeah, you can see that I think the war score is still broken. Because taking out that many troops, giving less than a war score is kind of sus. Not gonna lie. Yeah, 5% war score from taking out half of their standing army is not ideal. I think we still have the same issue we did before. That superiority is going to be really good in the first 2 ages, but then really, really bad as the ages progress. It might be usable in age 3, but I'm guessing age 4 it's going to be completely not usable. That's just early impressions, though. Take it with a grain of salt. I feel like France isn't doing anything, but, that's just because he's sieging out Milan and stuff. Cans are definitely helpful, though. They speed up the process, but still brutally long to siege. I'm losing money, though, and I'm kind of low on manpower. Mostly because Diplo spending is ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I guess I should just turn off diplo spending when I'm not actively annexing. If I want to be min-max, because that's like so much money that it costs. $350 a month. It's like, holy. That is ridiculous. I need to pay for my mercs again. I guess I just tell them to focus siege. What is this? Great power status threatened? How? Wait, that's in the past. Damn. What can I say about E5? I don't know. What would you like to know about E5? I think it's just I think if you look at when I played early access to now, the game has improved so dramatically that it's crazy. And that if we continue on that trajectory, then we're going to be looking at a really, really good game in like a year or so, right? Year or two. I don't think we're going to have to wait like the 5 years people say. I think that, I think it's getting better and better pretty fast. Just to see how far they've come in a year is pretty insane. Or like not even a year yet. Less than a year since I first got my hands on like the very, very early access. So I think that's like some reason to be optimistic. And I'm sure that they are kind of like, I remember talking to Johan, or not really talking to Johan, but Johan kind of just describing that like, once the game came out, they were going to be like a lot more like free to do stuff sort of thing, right? Like they're not so just focused on the launch of the game, but now they can like lock in and make it better. And it's more of a like relaxed schedule for them too, like that they're not so stressed. So hopefully it's going well for them. You didn't increase your crown power? Did you do this on purpose? What do you mean? In what way did I not increase my crown power? I don't know. I don't really care about crown power, to be honest with you, that much. It's not that important to me. Your crown power will tend to be in a good spot if you just play the game. That's how I feel. Like if you just like naturally play the game, your crown power will be like it'll be like roughly 25%. If like just playing the game the way that I normally play it, there's nothing else I really need to do. It'll just get there, Penalties active. I better put my guy in the leader. Or I gotta put my guy in the army now. I just passed the law. Where is my guy? Where's my leader? Where are you? I don't even think I really care about the penalty that much. No, wait, yeah, I do. Monthly legitimacy. Okay, I do care. Just can't find him. There he is. I mean, honestly, I think favor the nobility or favor the elite right now is really good. Like, you get so much money out of it. I feel like it's... I bet every other creator is not going to agree with me. But I don't really care. is always the sad point of a war. You're like, all right, war's over. Let's siege forts for the next 7 years. Wonder how our assimilation's coming along. We need to check in on that. That's fine. I guess we're doubling up there for some reason. I think I'm not the emperor anymore. Just kidding. Should I have an extra cabinet action, or just I never got it in the siege? I guess I just didn't get it. Fair enough. Skill issue. Oh, did I not unlock the institution? Oh, no, that's just a new world. Where's the cabinet seat? Why don't I have it? I see, I see. I think the way is not unlocking level 2 roads, though, if you want to max centralization. I think that's a real thing, because if you unlock level 2 roads, then your centralization debates are half as effective. It's like, I think I'd rather get to max centralization first, but I haven't seen like any road debates. So maybe I'm just cursed. I don't know why, but like literally I haven't gotten a single road debate this campaign. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Where are the road debates? Because I tax the nobility to death, but they're not gonna give me road debates. Oh my gosh, cost the core when my that's crazy. When it's not max, it's like 700 a month. Holy. How is that like? What are you guys doing? Okay, all right. I was being rude. They're doing something. I probably should just try to get. Well, we'll see if I can get this parliament through. Conciliatory, gross. All right. Yeah. Why am I not tax? Because like the commoners make no money. Like I'll just rather keep them happy for the control, and then tax. Look at the nobility, right? Like if I was to max tax these guys, I'm making like 150 more a month for pissing off the people, which is like doesn't really seem like necessary to do, right? Because the commoners, like if you look at like the satisfaction map much, I don't even think I have it on anymore, but like most people are pretty happy in my nation, right? Because if the peasants are the majority of the people. So if the peasants are happy, then your overall satisfaction is pretty high. I just think it's like not worth taxing the max taxing the commoners, really. The amount of money that they provide is nothing compared to the nobility. Like, you know, doesn't even come close. It's like, do I really care about the 100 extra a month to piss off my people? Not really. Jeez, France, you want money? You know, I'll give France 2,000 ducats. You know, we're in generous mood today. Why not? Sure, France. I got you. That means we'll get a road debate for sure next parliament, I think. Could ask the Commonwealth to leave, but I don't know. The Commonwealth, I wish were not allied to Hungary. But I also don't really have, I don't know. Future expansion plans are weird because I don't really know what I'm doing. Like as far as like, okay, where would I want my province capitals to be? I don't know. Because if at some point you just, you know, even with a new system, you're going to hit a point where, you know, where exactly are you going to get good control? You will, you know, you're going to be limited by at some point. And if you don't have that good control, is it even, it's not super worth it. Especially in this patch, it seems like controls are really detriment. Like it's really bad to have low control land. Even the land I have now is like the land down here is kind of bad. Like you can see, like, you know, I probably need to take more land over here where I actually have the ability to get some control, but who knows? It'd be like an interesting thing to think about. Like, okay, if you're Germany, like, where are you going to put your, 3 or 4 capitals? And especially if I'm expanding into Hungary too, then it complicates the situation. I'm just expanding into Hungary because it's a lot less antagonism, and it seems like it's one of those things that's just like, well, you'll just get more value if you don't attack into the HRE, right? Like, it's kind of like a thing in EU4 as well, where it's like it would be more beneficial for you to like go to Italy or something, right? Or sorry, not Italy, India. Like the HRE just seems like it's always really, really aggressive for you to take land in the HRE. But I mean, having all of Germany is valuable too. Yeah, you're very limited with governor buildings. You can build like only a couple. I think right now I can literally only build one. And then I think like this age, there's a tech to get another one. That's what I think is the case. Yeah, so you can only build one right now. So right now, and it has to be a level 3 city, so I was very limited in my options, but I made Munich. It's not like it's something you can just like change out really freely though. So right now I have it in Munich, but I don't have a lot of land in Munich is the thing. Like it's like I have it over here, but it's like I probably would get value if I had like this, more land, like you know what I mean? It's just like not a very good area for it. But it was the only place I could build it, so I think naval governors are like, I don't know, they're weird. I think this has to be overseas, so it like kind of takes away, like if you're planning to play in like Europe, it's like I think they're just not useful. Unless you're like playing Spain or something and you want to go to Africa, but if your campaign goals don't coincide with wanting to go into a different continent, I feel like they don't do anything. I could be completely wrong about that, by the way. Don't take my word on that or anything. The way that I understand something that I've never built could be completely wrong. It's a very high chance. Okay, so the question becomes, what do I even want this for? Probably stuff closer to Vienna, but I'm kind of getting to the point where it's nothing that's that close to Vienna. Like this stuff's decently, that subject is decent. And what else? Not really sure. Like for example, if I try to build a naval governor, right? It's gonna tell me is not overseas. It can't be connected by land or strait within the same country. And then so what is like overseas? Just like I guess like so you can build oh, it seems funky, right? So you're supposed to like intentionally disconnect your land or something weird so you can have these? So it doesn't have to be across the continent then. It's more than 2 regions away. I don't know, it seems funky. It seems like you would like if you're playing naval, it makes sense. But I don't know. If you're playing land, it just I mean you don't even get it if you play land, right? Oh, really? Denmark can build it in Sweden and Norway? That seems pretty good. As long as they don't connect, right? Like they would have to like not connect. Can you like if you build it and then you connect, is it gonna like disable it? Like how does that work? I also wondered if you were like Spain, what would happen? Because you have like the viceroyalty things, right? So if you had like if you build one of those in the governor, would you be able to get like a pure second capital that's 100% proximity instead of the 80? Because like if you stacked it with the viceroyalty or whatever, however it's said. Oops. Where would I put a local governor in Scandinavia? I mean, I think you would just like look at the development mode, or not even the development mode, but the other one. Like you would probably look at your best harbors and make a decision based on that. Like I could see it being here would be like a really good one, right? Like maybe like here would be like a really good option. Maybe like here. I might, if I had two, I might do like Neva and Ulsa or Ulslo. That's probably what I would do. If you're playing Denmark, are you saying, right? Or if you started as Denmark, because if you're allowed to, I don't know how it all works, but it's probably what I would do. But I'm also like, don't ask me, like, you know. I would take whatever I say based on like economy and all that stuff with a big grain of salt. I don't play like the most optimal. I usually just have a good enough if it works type of vibe. I'm not gonna, you know, like I think generalist is like way better to ask those type of questions too. Like just pop into his stream and be like, hey, where should I put my like I would trust his opinion way more than mine. I'm a simple person. I would be like, oh, these ones are probably good, you know. Like yeah, Stockholm it also looked like they, based off my little bit of research on this, I'd be like, yeah, these two look like great, right? That's like but that's just I'm playing for value. You know what I mean? Like I did like the tiniest bit of research, like to come up with that answer. Like someone that I feel like generalists would have a lot better like of an answer. Yeah, I didn't realize Germany has an issue too, where it's like there's not that many places you can build a governor until you like migrate the people there. I had to have people migrate to Munich to even do that, right? Like it took a while. That's not Munich. I don't even know. Where is it? Here. Yeah, it took a while to migrate the people there. Yeah. No, I just think that like generalist plays the game in a different way than I do. But at the same time, I probably play like a reasonable amount faster than he does. So I'm definitely like I'm not like stressing the details. I'm more of like, okay, here's my overarching theme of a campaign, right? Yeah, I think Bavaria would be good. I just did Munich because like I think if I could be bothered to conquer Augsburg, I might just have done that. But the thing about that is that I feel like that's more of like a future thing, right? Like it seems like Augsburg would be like decent in the future, or even like Nuremberg or something like that. But I'm just looking, it's like there's not that many level 3 cities that just start that way. No, I like journalists, but I think like for my personal like play style, he plays too slow for me, but that's like it's not a bad thing to have a different play style than somebody else, right? Like I think there's plenty of room in the game to have both. And I like his perspective on things too, because it's going to be a lot different than mine. So my perspective is going to be like, you know, like for example, a lot of times I think he'll find the most overpowered thing and use it. And a lot of times I'll like ban the most overpowered thing because I don't find it fun, but he's just like, he wants to be the most optimal always. Which I can also like respect and I understand it in a way. Where I'm just kind of like, you know, go with what I want. Like I go with what sounds fun, or like favorably at least probably isn't the best, but I think I like it. Could white piece the Commonwealth, but I kind of like them to break alliance. So I don't have to fight them every war, but I mean, they don't like that. And I have to have war score to make demands, so I'd have to actually go siege them, I guess. Maybe it's worth it. My mercenaries expired and I just couldn't be bothered to build more or to extend it. Oh yeah, that's like me too. I'm like, I don't know. I think it's cool to like to go into detail that much too. It's just like and I'm ADHD, you know, like I gotta be on 5 speed and like doing stuff all the time and not overthinking things. But he also gives me the vibe of somebody that would like wouldn't continue a campaign if a war went badly or something like that. He would want to reload it. Where I'm like someone who's like, I'll just roll with the mistakes sometimes because I think it's interesting. And there are people like that play that way too, right? Like, for sure. Some people they want the most optimal campaign, and when will like reload until everything goes perfect, right? I think it's fun to do a mix of both. Sometimes it's fun to do that, but sometimes I think it's fun to just roll with like the punches. Sometimes when it's like horrible, right? It's just kind of to see what happens. I mean, I was born in Iron Man, you know. So part of me is still like that. Trying to get some sieges against Hungary, or rather Lithuania. No, wait. The Commonwealth. One of those ones. I just want him to annul with Hungary so I don't have to fight him every war. But my mercenaries ran out, so I'm just sending cannons alone, which really isn't a bad idea. I see 10 war score. How are we feeling? All right, yeah, 10 war score. There we go. Annul with Hungary. And give me money. Wait. Yeah. Give me money. And war reps. There we go. That should be good. My allies all betrayed me. You hate to see it. The question becomes, what do I really want in the war? Probably whatever looks best for borders. Like, or something. Maybe I should take land further away from the HRE. So they don't notice I'm doing it. Surely. And that seems reasonable. I don't know. Maybe that's reasonable. One second. Ooh, the House of Parliament building. I think that's something I want. Yeah, that's fine. I just need a little bit of more war score to end this war here. I'm not really targeting any particular land other than what seems like it would be nice for borders. Although this one's kind of sus, right? Like this province is just awkward, okay? But I'll take it because I have to. Looks like I could probably piece out some other targets just to get the war score better. There we go. Let's just take that land. Should be good. A little bit of expansion. Oh, hello, hello. Hey, thanks for the raid, journalist. Yeah. And hello. I wonder what journalist thinks about my favor the elites is my law. How I just try to max tax the nobility. I can't. No. No, generalist is the goat. I think he's the most knowledgeable person in EU5. I can only teach you how to be suboptimal and play faster. That's all I could do for you. I could teach you how to not care about things that you otherwise might care about. Interesting. I've just been like max taxing the nobility because, like, curtail the nobility, like just whatever I can do to tax the nobility more. And it's a weird patch in that sense. Do you think they'll change the market stuff? the lumber shortage? I'm sure they will, right? I don't really mind it that much, to be honest. Like, it's not like it's game breaking for me, but it's also like not. It's a little annoying. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it ruins the campaign for me or it's unplayable, but it's like a little bit annoying. Because I feel like it always gets fixed. Like, I feel like your issues, your shortages, like, get fixed if you wait. Right, which is like a weird play pattern for sure. Like it's like, oh, if you unlock certain tech, you know, it'll be better. It'll be solved in at least for a while. But I was going to ask you, what do you think about playing with like centralized subjects? I think so. Slab, appreciate you there on Twitch, but I wasn't gonna ask you what you thought of like what I'm experimenting with is trying to go max centralized, but still use like, you know, the idea is that you would like use the amount of subjects that you can still hold your centralization trend, if that makes sense. So the idea would be like you're trying to push centralization, like you know, you do want to use subjects, but you're trying to like just use it, and then otherwise you just hold on to the land and don't even bother with it, I guess, if that makes sense. So it would be like I would just sit on unintegrated land until I like can, you know, like annex more subjects or something like that. It's one of those things that's like I don't know if it's good, but it's an interesting idea. I'm still using small subjects like the same, like, you know, like the same as you would, but it's just like a limit of like I can only have. It's just an idea. It's not like a. That's what this campaign is about, though. It's kind of like the idea of trying to use subjects but still be central, because you're obviously limited on how many subjects you can have, but yeah, I don't know that the value is like enough. I like for sure as far as the annexation speed goes, because it's not really like. I mean, it's not nothing, but it's really not that valuable with the, you know, the modifier being. I could see that, but I guess at the same time though, it is nice for the other values, right? Or the other stuff, like, you know, the proximity speed. Although I guess I should ask you because I'm not knowledgeable on it. How would you compare proximity speed to proximity impact, like before what it used to be? What would be your like thought like, you know, your like I like the efficiency modifier for sure. I think that's way better, but I'm just like wondering like what does it translate to? And does proximity speed feel like something we still want to like stack or value, or because I imagine it was like an S tier, quote unquote S tier value before, and now it's probably like A tier. Like it's good, but it's not like so far above the rest that it's ridiculous. It's really good math wise. So is it something that the idea would be like early procs has certain value and it kind of falls off more, or what do you think? Where's the discount? Like, does it work in a way that like once you get a certain amount of it, it kind of has like a diminishing return? How's the antagonism? The antagonism is pretty chill. Not too much. I've been trying to avoid the HRE, so it's pretty chill if you don't attack that. I was pretty happy though on the side note to you guys, there's a Commonwealth from the AI. That's a W. And there's also a Spain in this campaign and a Great Britain. I mean, hey, it's not perfect, but I'm like you know, it's I like it. Of course, I'm playing on the high aggression setting and to kind of see how that played out, but 50% discount versus 100% efficiency is when they're the same. So with the new modifier, what does, if you stack it to the max, theoretically, like what would your controller look like? Like I don't even know what that would look like. Sure, yeah, there's no max. I'm just saying like the theoretical max that you could stack, right? Which I would imagine would be something like Russia, culture, and Mandate of Heaven. Although I heard Mandate of Heaven was like nerfed or something, or doesn't work as well. But I'll be curious to see like what you would still be able to do with that sort of like, you know, maximum currently possible. It, you know, would be like the more of the question. I need to. I know journalist probably has to go soon. I need to ask him what he would do in these scenarios. You play so if you're still here, you play in Austria. Where do you put your governors? Let's even put the scenario of you want to form Germany or something like this. Where do you think that you would put your governors? I know it's. I know you didn't come here to get questioned, but like, why have you here? I always tell everyone that like, when it's comes to things like this, generalist is way more knowledgeable than me. I ended up just temporarily using Munich, but yeah, I think I just got Prague, or it's not even core yet. Or no, I just finished integrating it, so maybe that would be an option. Berlin. I was also wondering, Stendhal has a special modifier. Have you like? Do you think it'd be if you put something like that? Would the proximity be over 100%? Because I know Stendhal has like this special modifier that they get a plus 50% baseline. So I'm like, well, if you put a governor there, would it be like insane? Would it act like a true second capital? That's just like a random thought, but it's not that important to think about. But I don't think Stendhal's the best location. To be fair, like it's not like the most ideal place to put. I mean, I guess it's not terrible. It's grasslands, but I mean, and obviously I don't have land up there, so it's not like. But I was just kind of curious, and with like Spain, right? Like if you had the viceroyalty, just some random questions I thought of. I've seen that, but okay, I did test this before, journalists, and you can't actually go above 100%. The game's smarter than that. Like when I was testing it with other stuff, it's like the game knows what you're doing. With like yeah. Yeah, 100% is good enough for sure. But like the game is smart enough to know that you shouldn't be above 100%. But I was thinking for like Stendhal or Iberia, I guess would be the same. But like, if you would be able to stack them or whatever the case may be. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense that they would nerf that too. It should be nerfed. I am curious to see like what, you know, what stacking the modifiers would look like. I don't know. I think it's a. Have you played pretty late to the campaign or the game? I know you're using mercenaries mostly though, so you probably wouldn't be able to answer the question. But I was wondering what assaulting looks like, or if it's just kind of dead. Because I know before it was like, okay, you hit age 4, you can start just assaulting everything. But I'm like, can you do that, or is assaulting just kind of like, you know, something that's no longer here? Sure, sure. No, I understand you like not the idea of not wanting to lose people, but like in my limited testing, it seems like you just can't do it. I feel like that would be like ideal gameplay though for me. That's why I would want the game to land, where it's like if you have a breach, you could, but you really shouldn't if you don't. That would be like my like goal, or you know, what are you going to call it? I think that would be like good balance. Right now, what I'm doing is I have cannon stacks that I join up with the mercenaries, which is like a weird thing, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll use these cannon stacks, and then when I'm at war, I'll hire mercs and then just like group the mercs with the cannons. Just because I think mercs probably aren't going to get a siege bonus, and then it just to like make the wars a little bit shorter. Morocco, best country to form Spain. I think that's like the idea of like the cheesiest country to form Spain. Why is it that Morocco would be the best country to form Spain with? Really? Are you sure about that, journalist? Because I feel like I tested it and it wasn't real. But you've tried it? Maybe I just didn't add enough. Because I had like a 15% combined arms, and I tried to put some guys in the army, and it never got above 15. But maybe I just didn't build enough, because I only built a little bit. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi, and let me pick your brain a little bit. But yeah, take care, man. I never know if these things are like worth it. I have no idea. Like, how am I supposed to know if this is worth? I guess I'll just have blind faith. I wish I'd give you more information, but I think that's a general thing with the game sometimes. I wish there was more information. Also, I don't know why this is here. They're telling me that in the past, I was going to lose great power score. Like, I don't hate this notification in general, but if it's, I guess I just hide it forever because it's not real. I don't know. Like, in the past, we were going to lose our great power score. Like, okay. Anyhow. We can create subjects, but only a limited amount of subjects. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Rebels are like way overtuned this patch, right? Or is that just me, or what do you guys feel? I feel like, but maybe if you use subjects heavily, it's not bad, but let's make a couple subjects here. I heard marches were super overpowered, someone in the YouTube comments, but I don't know why. Maybe I should look at that though. I mean, you can't annex them, so it wouldn't work in my case, but I'm just like wondering why people thought they were so overpowered. But we'll make just fiefdoms and subjects. Integration. Yeah, I think we're safe to build. And we pushed centralization enough that we should be able to build quite a few subjects. I think we're safe. Oh, it's like two separate areas. It's kind of annoying. And let's just double check we're not over pushing decentralized. No, we're still okay. Diplomatic hegemon, interesting. But yeah, I'm trying to not create subjects beyond my... I don't want to push decentralized, obviously. That's kind of the test of this run, though. Can I, can I make it work where I can make subjects and still be central? I think I can make one or two more. But yeah, I think my limit right now is probably around 17, 18. If not, though, I'll just hold on to the land in between. Like, if I'm worried about it, yeah, I think that's like I won't be able to subject out that land, but all I really need to do is just wait until I annex some people. But I think I probably can annex some people, and so let's pay for Diplo spending. That feels like a really weird play pattern, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're like, all right, during the time, I don't know what you would want to call it, but once you're able to annex a bunch of people at once, then you pay for Diplo spending. But then it's like otherwise you don't want to pay for it. because it's so expensive. But yeah, we get super, super fast. I don't really think centralization is like a huge modifier, right? Like the much smaller is like ridiculously more important than going central. But I think the idea with central is that you're getting the other things like the crown power and proximity speed. This is probably good. How's control? My control is okay. It's nothing to be like celebrating about, but it's all right. I have my province capital in Munich right now. The diplo spending is crazy expensive. It's for 346 a month. It's like more than everything else combined besides building maintenance, of course, but it's super expensive. I mean, you get some back from your subjects paying you, but like not enough to make it worth, right? So I think we can annex 3 at a time, maybe more. I don't know. Maybe 4. It's probably reasonable to do 4. I don't know. Yeah, sure. As long as the relations are still good enough to annex, it's fine. And just trying to keep up on my culture conversions. With the nerfs to subjects being able to culture convert, I feel like just doing it yourself might be the best way. But that's just like, I don't know. That's just early impressions. But it seems like the nerfs to your subjects being able to culture convert are pretty heavy. Or potent, whatever the word may be. How come I'm not boosting stability? Because I'd rather have the money. I don't really feel like boosting stability is generally important. Like, I think it's just like a waste of money. Like, why would I want to pay 262 a month, really, right? I like, I'm comfortable. If I'm in the low numbers of positive stability, then I'm going to turn it off generally. But if I was negative stability, I would turn it on. But if I'm like 16 stab, I'm like, that's pretty comfortable for me. That's generally where I would like be. I feel like the mill hegemon was just removed from the game. China. Actually, this isn't the bad this campaign. Okay, this campaign's better because I've had other campaigns where they have like 500,000 guys at this point. So actually, maybe we're lucky this time. But that's crazy. 5,960 culture influence. It's like, yeah, you're not getting that hegemon. Good luck with that. Also, I don't even know why. Why am I this hedge? I'm surely it's at the month tick, right? My Diplo, I don't even know why I'm this hegemon. I guess I won't be soon. Okay, yeah. I won't be. Okay, they have a cooldown now. Oh, okay. I'm like, I am definitely not that hegemon. That's not me. I don't know where to expand right now. I feel like it's not clear. Like I guess I didn't really have a plan coming to this run, so that's part of it. I'm like, no, I just wanted to make a strong Austria. I don't really have like a exact plan. But I kind of think forming Germany is an interesting goal. I just wish Germany had better incentives to form. Right? Like it's just such a weak formable compared to others. And I feel like that's disappointing in a way. You're like, okay, like Germany has 3 advances and that's it. I don't know. It just feels like, is it that hard to give Germany a couple advances so they don't feel so meh to form? Even if you gave them like terrible ones, at least it would feel better. Like a mercenary cost, that's not terrible anymore. Though mercenary cost is definitely good. That's reasonable. I mean, even stuff like that would be fine, but it's like, I feel like forming into Germany is just like actively, it's just not a good idea, right? It doesn't really like, it's not good. Which is like disappointing in its own right. It's like, it's a fun goal for a campaign still. I don't hate it, but it's like, and I feel like that's originally what formables were supposed to be, but then they power crept their own formables. You know what I mean? Like, I just remember that dev diary where they're like, we're not going to make formables like modifier stacking, and then they just decided to do that anyways. That's so weird to me. They did that. They're like, we're not doing that. I'm not out of stuff to build. I just like am out of lumber, so it's not gonna like and tools. So it's like, I don't know. It's almost to a point of I should save the money and wait for better output of lumber or something. Why can't I find a single road debate in this game? I don't get it. What did I do wrong? Are road debates real? I feel like no. Let's tax the nobility to death and the burghers, but not the commoners. They're good people. Those are my people. Honestly, the mission trees don't bother me as much. Like, honestly, formables, if you look at like AU4 and you're like, okay, why do I really want to form like Prussia, for example, right? It's probably a specific one or two missions that you get that like, you know, it's not like you care about the whole mission tree. You care about like one or two specific missions, where I feel like the same thing is achieved in EU5 via the national, like the country things, the advances. So like in my mind, it's like, it's not really much different as far as mission trees go. At least some of them, right? Like, because if you're like in a tag switch, you're like, I'm gonna form Prussia so I can get the 5 admin efficiency, and like you don't really care about any. It's not like you otherwise don't really care about the mission tree. You're just like, I want this one particular thing in the mission tree to modifier stack. And it's like effectively you can do that in EU5. So to me, it doesn't really feel like it's like that important to have. Sure. And I get that argument too. But I'm talking about specifically modifier stacking. Like, I do think like the mission tree by itself is fun. Like, for example, the Spain mission tree is fun. But when you like done all the missions and you've already like progressed through that content, you probably just, you know, you get to the point where it's like you're just looking for particular things in mission trees generally. But I do agree, for like the first time playing a campaign, it's like a really a good idea to have a mission tree, because then you have an idea of what to do. Like if I played Hungary, I would have no idea what to do. I've never played Hungary because I just feel like they would be a boring nation. I'm like, I don't know what I would do. I feel like I start the game and I'm already like, I've already won. There's no formables to form as Hungary. Like I don't know what you would do. I always thought that. I'm like, I have no idea what you would do as that nation. I don't know. I think we have a little bit more subject room. It is Parliament though, so I need to be careful. But we are annexing, so I'm like, I could probably get a few more subjects going. I think I just needed a few more up here. Just these two. And then I think we're all good to go. We should be integrated, yeah. I think we're doing a good job here. Or good enough. Control is a lot different for... Oops. I'm just thinking, like, control is definitely a lot more important when it comes to culture conversion in this patch. Because you get destroyed by control, or the lack of control, I should say. Like, I have not culture converting very fast. I wonder if it'd be worth it. Actually, that seems like it'd be valuable. I'm like, why don't I just build a local governor in the temporary just so I can culture convert faster? That seems pretty reasonable. Like, just remove this local governor over here, and then just build it over in Prague. Except I can't because it's not integrated. But it's like 1 month away, right? Yeah, it's like just wait a month. There's like there's like 10 people too many. There we go. All right. So I'm just thinking if we build one here, that actually would help me a lot. Yes, it does, sir. It does have to be integrated to build a governor. That or I'm lying to you. Only one of the two things could be true. And would I lie to you? So clearly it's... I had a coworker that would be like that. Like, if you were wrong about something, he would just say that you lied. And I'm like, that's not how that works. Just because you thought something and you were wrong doesn't mean that you lied. Or maybe it does. I don't know. It's like, I feel like that's not really... I always would be like, dude, that's not how lying works. Yeah, it was just one of my coworkers was fried, and I'm like, bro, I didn't lie to you just because I didn't know, or I thought the wrong thing. So we changed our local governor to Prague just in the temporary because cultural conversion's pretty important. I feel like that's something that might be a theme, so to speak. No, my coworker was like older, like he was like in his late 30s. How do you go naval governor? I think you have to go naval. Would it have been smarter to change capital Graz and local government to Vienna in the beginning? I don't really know. I don't think it like matters a lot, honestly. Like I don't think it's like that important, I guess. Like possibly, but I don't think it would have made a big difference in the long run. So I'm just trying to get better control. We should be getting way better control now in Prague. And honestly, it might be worth, I don't know. Well, I guess I do get a third naval governor eventually here, right? I think so. I'm probably even researching it soon. Yeah, so I'm going to get another local governor anyways. So maybe we'll just rebuild it in Munich and then keep it in Prague. Because that actually seems like a really solid place to have it because of all the gold and stuff that Bohemia has. The only issue is I feel like you want more. It's like I want more governors, right? Like, what about Hungary? If I take more land like to the right, I'm going to start getting 0 value. But you know, it is what it is. I feel like I have too much land already, and I'm not going to be able to get much value out of taking more land, even with the governor system. Well, that's fine. For 1473, I'm probably bigger than Paradox has in mind anyways. And get knowledge sharing from somebody? Sure. I mean, you just keep annexing. No, I can't. I don't really feel, yeah, I'm not going to enforce religion or culture. I just want people to lock in and integrate. And if I enforce culture, it would ruin that. That's at least what I'm thinking. So I was thinking enforce culture is okay, but then I'm like, well, if you enforce culture, you're destroying their ability to integrate. Which seems bad. I need to improve with so many subjects. Is there? I just wish there was a way to filter by like not improving relations. You know, I could figure out what subjects I need to keep improving with and which ones I already did. I know these are very important things I'm asking for. That's what I'm thinking too. I wonder if Bohemia has more gold. kind of didn't want to annex Bohemia, though, because then I would get all his subjects, and I'm like, that doesn't seem great. I think most of his good resources are gone. I mean, there's lumber and coal. Like, I guess I could do another war with Bohemia. But they're pretty much not so strong anymore. What's pronounced Gratz? Graz? Are you saying? Is actually Gratz? Like, I'm congratulating you on something? Hey, Gratz. It's probably not quite that. Listen, Sevilla already is wrong to me, right? You guys are like, it's Sevilla, not Seville. Sevilla. I'm like, bro. It's Sevilla. It's Seville. I don't know. It hurts. Grutz? Not Gratz, but Grutz? Okay. Hey, it's Vienna. That's the only thing we need to know about Austria. It's Vienna. Yeah, I'm just trying to plan out my future conquests, and I'm really not sure what I want to do. I like the idea of forming Germany. It's just a matter of feeling like that's not the best conquest route because of antagonism. But I guess it's fine. I probably just need to improve relations with some random people. Like, I haven't really invaded Germany in a long time, and I probably should. It's my culture, after all. Or at least I could accept the culture. The name for that is... I don't know. Ofen? No, that's me. I have no idea why it's called that. Just about to get my next local governor unlocked, and I think it's probably going to put it back in Munich for now. I mean, it's super cheap. But long term, I don't really know what the plan is. I just put it in Prague because then I could culture convert faster. And that seemed pretty valuable. I couldn't unlock the new roads. I just hesitated to because I was hoping to get the parliament debates. And I know if you get the level 2 roads, it makes that worse. But I've just gotten really bad luck this game. I don't know why. I have not gotten a single road debate this game. I'm like, is that normal? Is that... I don't know why that's happening. I feel like this is endless, though. The whole, like, you know, especially religious rebels in this patch seem like they're endless. You just have to fight them over and over. I don't really know how to, like, combat that. Maybe if it's integrated, it'll be better, though. Like, it is not integrated for now. So maybe what that will improve over time. It's probably somewhat reasonable. I guess I can't start any annexation, so I might as well not pay for Diplo spending. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about, like, money? All right, new governor. We're going to build it back over here. For now, we can just move those around pretty freely, though. These guys are spamming me to vote for them. Sure. I swear, I haven't gotten this campaign. Like, it feels like, because I was trying to go centralized, and I'm like, I want to, like, it's weird that once you unlock level 2 roads, it nerfs that parliament debate by half. I'm like, why? I don't think I have that. Maybe I don't. Do I have that unlocked? I guess I could. Wait, why do I? I'm looking at the wrong market. Suppose I could build some more armories, maybe training fields. I don't know that I need a ton of them, though. I mean, I could mass build them, but it's like, I don't know. Mercenaries are so much better. It feels kind of wasteful to even build training fields. But it's probably, I mean, I have a lot of money. It probably is a good idea to do something with my money. That's weird. Why did I don't get it. Like the Hussite rebels just rose up, but this time they just ruined my control and prosperity. Why is it sometimes they don't? It's like, it's weird to me that sometimes they. What is the factor that determines whether they're gonna civil war or whether they're just gonna hurt your land? Like I wonder how that's determined. Not sure. And I wonder how. Like, should I build a real army? Maybe. I don't know. It just seems like mercs and cannons is probably fine for now. I hope I started improving with most of my subjects. I probably did. I'm improving with a bunch of people. I wonder why I couldn't annex these guys. Maybe it was just too soon. Well, hopefully I'm improving with most of my subjects. I hope I didn't miss anybody. We'll have faith. I didn't miss anybody, surely. Just build supply cards? Why? Why supply cards? I don't feel like supply cards give you a bonus. I feel like I tried that in my recent run and it didn't give me a bonus. Well, I think that's true, but I think it's just not. I think like in the current game, it is something you could just use the whole campaign. They're super OP. I agree with you that shouldn't be the way that it is. But I feel like you could just use mercs the whole game if you wanted. Hey, they're no longer my rival. We could be friends, Commonwealth. In EU4, they're the GOAT, right? Like the Commonwealth's the best ally in EU4 forever. You can't change my mind about that. So I want to be their friend just for that reason. Let's do it. Like I want to be the ally to them just because I feel like they were my. You know, if I have to say to EU4 who's the best ally of all time, it's definitely the Commonwealth is the best ally of all time. They just seem to be like, in EU4 at least, they're just always willing to help you. They don't call you into that many wars. And they generally don't have land that you really want. At least for a while. So, I'm allying them just for that reason. I mean, I could take their land, but, you know, they don't deserve it. And I want to congratulate them for forming the Commonwealth as well. So, you know, I don't want to have to kill them. They can stay. Now, let's see who's rivaling me so I can know who I can war with. It's crazy how many people rival you. And then it's just like free, you know, like it's like actively good for you to do. I don't know this is where the balance should land. Because it's weird. Where it's like Parliament CV is useless. Mostly. So long as you're lucky enough that the people that you want to go to war with rival you. Or they can be co-belligerated by somebody that did, right? But it's like for the most part, it seems that people will just like you know, it's actively harmful for these people to do this, but they do it anyways, right? Like they realistically like it wouldn't make sense for these people to want to rival me because then they are giving me a potential CB. But who am I to say, right? The coastline is ugly. Yeah, I probably will go for them eventually. What do you guys think of, like, oh, what do I recommend trying this patch? If you haven't tried Brandenburg, I'd say they're really, really fun. And they feel like much better. I thought they were pretty decent. Like Brandenburg into Prussia. Prussia particularly because Danzig can be made a local governor, which is really helpful. Before it felt like it was really awkward to form Prussia because like Berlin is so far away from like the land over here that it just was really you would just take this land to form Prussia, but then it's like horribly controlled. So I feel like Prussia/Brandenburg is a pretty fun campaign if you haven't. Like it's much better in this patch than it has been in prior patches. Even though that campaign crashed and burned. I'm gonna talk like it's a skill issue. It was a skill issue on my part. No, I think someone actually. Are you the person who asked me that in the comments? The answer is no. You used to be able to, but in this patch they made it so you can't. That's maybe it was you. Someone asked me that in the comments of my video, but no, you can't form Prussia without moving your capital as Brandenburg. But you used to be able to, so I don't know why they decided that. Yeah, man, road debates are not real. How could they do this to me? Not a single road debate ever. I'm gonna tax the nobility to feel better, and the burghers, and a little bit to the commoners. But you know, those are nice people. I don't want to mess with the commoners. I think they need to do something about Parliament still. It being a free money button is, I don't know, not the best for gameplay. So I've actually been, for your question about when creating vassals, you enforce culture on them first. I'm not enforcing culture on them anymore. Period. Because the idea is that I'm going to be super good at, like, they are bad at culture conversion now. If you've seen that, because if you force culture convert them, they have a -75 penalty for that. So my idea was just to use my cabinet to assimilate and them to integrate. That's kind of like what I'm doing, because I'm like they get like a huge -75 malice to culture conversion because of the way that they changed culture conversion in this patch. So I'm like, I don't know if it's like as worth it to have your guys culture convert for you anymore. They seem to really, really bad because they get a -75 modifier because their former culture becomes accepted. And so that's what gives that -75 modifier. So it's like kind of an uphill battle to have your subjects culture convert for you. It might be, and it might be still okay to do. Part of it is, to me, it's also a level of like it's tedious. And the way that I'm playing, I need to be constantly annexing my subjects, so I don't really have time to wait for them to culture convert either, because I'm trying to be central. So it's like I'm just using them to do the one cabinet action more so. Because I'm, like I'm limited by the amount of subjects I can actively have at a time by my centralization. So, but maybe if I so that's just like a decision that I made in this campaign. That was like, I'm going to culture convert myself. Although I don't know, the control is really, really rough now. Culture conversion kind of sucks with the changes they made. Have I built roads from Prague? Probably not. Let's build a couple. Like, I need better control. I have all the money. But I think I already have like most of the roads anyways. I mean, level 2 roads are just about to be unlocked. I was just hesitating to unlock them because I wanted the good parliament debate, but I don't know. Maybe I should just go for it. Because I want the better roads. It's just a matter of I wanted the better centralization trend from the parliament, but I'm not getting that parliament ever. Yeah, I've tried it. I did push humanist, or I have pushed humanist somewhat. Well, that sucks, but what do you do? It's still pretty pushed. I don't like in this patch that you can't push a value if it argues at the cap. Because what I wanted to do is potentially use a cabinet action to push centralization and then have more subjects, but you can't do that because it automatically pulls off the cabinet action if it's already reached the max trend. So I'm like, that's a little frustrating that they do that. It's probably meant to be a quality of life buff, but it turns out to be like a little bit annoying. But I guess I could save like a ton of money for the next roads and then just like build a bunch of them when I definitely get that road debate, right? Although I just can't, I can't imagine I can actually do that because if I try to just upgrade every single road at once, there's no chance I have the lumber. Okay, maybe not no chance, but a pretty limited chance, okay? I feel like the odds are low that that's going to work. It's only 1K income because it's tax season. It's not real. Don't be debated. I don't really make that much money. Oh, I hate this event. Why don't the brothers just get along? It's like, oh, they don't want to ruin your happiness everywhere? Or you get trolled with this awful government reform. Which one would you like? Mass decentralization or mass mad? And the answer is I have to just pick the mass mad because I can't go that decentralized. What do you do, right? If it wasn't pushing so decentralized, I'd probably be fine with it, but can't do it. But, you know, being mad's just a phase. He keeps trying to get me to move my capital, but I won't do it. I won't do it. Stop it. Okay, let's expand the HRE. Oh, what? These guys were my rivals before, but now they know. They knew what I was trying to do, and they're like, oh, we better unrival that guy. We're about to get murdered. Fair. I can go into Hungary or Bohemia soon, but Bohemia's like dead. I don't know. They're like not that worth it, right? I don't know why people are so... I've heard that so much that people, when they watch my Austria, they're like, you need to move your capital to Graz. And like, why do people want that so much? It's right there. Why do I want a governor in a location that's like literally like that close to my capital? I don't get why people are so obsessive over that. I've just saw so many people say that. They're like, you should do this and da-da-da. 2 different rivers? I'm not saying they're wrong either. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand why people think it's... Why people are so wanting me to do that. Just seems like Vienna and Graz are so close together, it'd be a waste of a governor slot. Control is okay. I feel like that's the best way I could describe my my overall control. It's okay. Mediocre at best. My average satisfaction is okay. Yeah, that's why I try to keep the peasants happy, because your average satisfaction doesn't really drop much if you're just making the nobility mad. And in this patch, the nobility don't seem to do anything about being mad. They just like ruin your land a little bit, and you're like, oh, whatever, man. Do what you got to do. If you need to ruin my land a little bit, just that's fine. It's a little rude, but I mean, I don't mind. My integration, I don't know. My ability to culture convert is rough. It seems tough in this patch. Because it's so based on your control. So if you don't have good control, it's kind of hard to culture convert. Oh, you know what? I think that's true. I didn't do that. I should build bailiffs on some stuff. I just hadn't bothered because I'm lazy. Oh God, where's the map mode that we never use? We gotta build bailiffs on the gold and silver, right? You haven't built like any. Oh God, no! If I want to be able to build them in this map mode, why do you do this to me? Wait, can I just switch map modes? Here, will it let me? Or is it gonna yell at me? Oh, I can. Cool. Let's build bailiffs. I guess there. Wait, is that upgraded or something? No, why can't I build a bailiff there? I'm not sure. Does it have to be core to build a bailiff? That might be the case. I thought it didn't. But it won't let me build one there for some reason. Oh no, it just is I don't know, it's just like pretending I can't build it there, but I can. Why is it like this? I don't know. Just like it's baiting me. It's like, no, you can't build it there, but really, you can. Oh, because I have available peasants filter on. I see. What else would be good to upgrade? I think silver is probably worth too. I can only build a couple bailiffs. I don't have that many upgraded stuff. Wait, this is a town? Why is the silver a town? What are they doing to my silver? I feel like that's not the way, right? It's not integrated. I can't fix it though, because separatism. Well, that's okay. Where else could I build a bailiff? Gold. No, I can't. I don't own this, do I? Yeah, tragic. Oh, yeah, I can't build them anywhere. It'd be cool. I mean, if you try to do this yourself, does it pick the... I like, if you try to mass build bailiffs, does it actually pick the most relevant place to build it, or is it just random? Like, it'd be cool if it was... Like, if it had, like, logic to, you know, to work with that, but I wonder if it does. I kind of don't trust it. Like, where... I wonder where it's telling me to build this. Wheat? Yeah, it's definitely not the way. It's telling... If I mass build, it's like the first place I want to build is in the province with wheat, or a location with wheat. I'm like, that's... Yeah, it's a little sus. Yeah, I wish there was a... Can I... No, I don't think so. I'm like, can I filter by gold? I don't think so. Oh, well. I tried to build some bailiffs, but... I think I just need to integrate the land first. Wait, that's not what it needed. I can't remember. Why couldn't I build it in... I need to look again. Can't build it here because there is already a bailiff there. Okay, so I think the Bohemia had just already built bailiffs in the gold. Cannot build another one there, okay. Tiller would be worth it, but yeah, I can't build that in... It's a town. Should probably downgrade those too. Because they've apparently, like, but they've upgraded all my towns. Or sorry, Bohemia upgraded all their silver into towns. Which I'm like, why did they do this? Is that like actively bad? Like, you know, why would they want to do that? Yeah, it's not my land. Okay, yeah. They're complaining. Fair, fair. You can only build so many bailiffs, I know. So we built a couple. But I should downgrade a bunch of the... They upgraded town... Like I really think you shouldn't upgrade silver into towns, because that seems really bad, but I'll fix that when I can. I just have to integrate the land first before I can downgrade. So you can build... Yeah, as many... Like, it's the same amount of cities, or level 2 plus cities, right? Or, I forget the name. Town? I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering that. Like, is it a... Okay, so a city is the max. A town is like a mini. So it's town, then city. I always just call it a level 3 city sometimes, or something dumb like that. So we have plenty of options here for war, though. Well, maybe not plenty, but enough. Did I get a claim over here? I thought I was getting a claim over here. Oh, I do. Hey, France, you want to go murder this guy with me? I don't know why I would call him France, but sure. Call it France into a war that I shouldn't. Interesting, yeah. I guess I could co-belligerate some people. I mean, I don't really... like, I don't really know what land I want. France doesn't want to help me anymore. That's rude, France. Yeah, I'll just declare war and annex, like, these two nations. I'm not trying to get mass coalition or anything. I don't even think I use levies. I think I just hire mercs. I have so much money. How did I get this much money? Like, I need to find something to waste it on. Like, maybe some mercenaries will help me have less money. It's like looking at it, I'm like, how did I get 70,000 ducats? That seems excessive. I think it's because I'm not paying for diplo spending, probably. Let's just focus siege, I guess. I mean, I don't really have to pay attention, right? Who's this? Calls us to the war against Milan. I think this is like an HRE war, and I can just decline. There's no penalty for declining. That definitely won't be a thing in the future, I think. I'm playing the Emperor version where I don't actually do anything with the Emperorship. I just collect my cabinet seat. I don't think complacency exists unless you're an empire. And I can't be an empire if I'm Catholic or something like that, right? Even though the extra local governor would be nice. If I went a different religion, I could, but I think going a different religion is like not possible right now in this patch because they get so mad about and revolt so much. I should have co-belligerated a few more people here, I think, but oh well. I just wanted to get some like I wanted to attack a little bit in Germany because I haven't in so long. But I didn't really like pick which war is the smartest war or anything like that. Welcome back to stream. What do you mean? What do you mean, welcome back? What would you guys do with all this money? Wait, I'm saving it for the next roads, right? That's like reasonable. We don't get mad about that, right? We're like, oh yeah, he spends his money effectively. Yeah, if you have an actual army, it definitely like that's why I think the mercenaries probably need to be nerfed, because I feel like you can get away with not having armories or an army, and that saves you like an insane amount of money if you just don't have to have that. Like you don't even need to build, and it's like probably better for the tool situation because then you don't have to waste tools on weapons. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I guess I should check my RGOs. I think I mass expanded them all, but I think I got, well, yeah, I got new buildings, so maybe there's a few more I could expand. Like I'll expand them now, and even if they don't have the peasants available, because you know someday they will. Clearly, right? Like, don't tell me I can't expand my RGOs just because there's not people that will work there. The people will, you know, people will be born, and then there's somewhere to go. Oh, oops. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. My mercenaries expired, but I'm like, who cares? France is here. Why can't I ally to like everybody in the video game? I'm allied to France and the Commonwealth and Italy. Like, that's ridiculous. What weren't France and Austria historical rivals? Or is that? I swear that was a thing in the other game, and it makes sense that that would be a thing. So obviously, there's like I could probably just attack everyone in the world. What are they gonna do? Coalition me and fight France? There's no way, right? Like, what could possibly be a threat when you're allied to the Commonwealth, the two Sicilies, and France in this scenario? Probably just shouldn't be allowed, is the reality. But I guess, I mean, I guess France isn't a hegemon. Normally it wouldn't be, but because China is so broken, like no one else can be a hegemon, and then yeah, it just works out. Yeah, two Sicilies goes crazy in this patch. How do you not have people? What does that even mean? Oh, I didn't raise levies. Yeah, I don't really like levies. Like, if I don't need to raise levies, I don't want to. Oh, yeah, Ming is dead, but, like, the Wu is not. This event is... Why are they even... Like, I feel like this event is a bait. Like, why would you ever want to lose the legitimacy? I feel like the legitimacy is way more expensive than 7 stab. Like, maybe I'm wrong about that, actually. I don't know. But it feels like it would be. Because if your legitimacy goes low, you're going to be paying, like, double... so much more money, I feel like. Maybe it's similar in cost, though. Maybe I'm wrong about it. Definitely a possibility. And my culture conversion is slow, but I guess I could move some of these guys. I wish there was like an automation for culture conversion that was like, okay, you hit 50% and all your land's integrated. Now we're going to move on to another location that, you know, like isn't quite there yet. That'd be cool. So I feel like with a culture conversion, it's a little bit tedious because of that. Is there any way you can tell who you co-belligerated in a war? Like, obviously, you have the war target, but, like, how would you know Like from this menu, is there any like indication to be like, oh yeah, I co-belligerate this person, so I can take their land? I think it was this person I did co-belligerate, but I've always been like, how can you tell that? Because in EU4 it was very obvious you could tell, but I'm like, how can you like you know, in EU4 it'd be like they would have like a certain flag next to their name like this to indicate that they were a co-belligerant, but or maybe it was the other way around. Maybe the red flag meant they weren't co-belligerent in EU4, but either way, you would know what you're doing, right? You would know what's going on. But here it's like I don't really know exactly how you tell that. Anyhow, let's go and just annex these guys. Is that their land too? Well, we might as well annex them, right? We did co-belligerate, I'm like 90% sure. Yeah, I think it's fine. And then let's annex the other people as well. I kind of wish this button worked, but for only the person that you were targeting. Like, you know, like it would be way more useful if it was like annex. Yeah, like, you know, anyways, it's not important. It's just like, you know, it's the little things, okay? Where I'm like, you know, little things add up. Little conveniences or inconveniences definitely add up. But okay, that looks good for that war. I'm sure that there's someone. Wait, what? They said no? How could they do this? My diplomat wasted trip. I paid him for nothing. No, I'm not actually paying him. He works for free. You know, just how it goes. Unpaid labor. It's probably a crime. Let's see antagonism. It's pretty high. I mean, obviously nothing I'm afraid of. I'm ridiculously strong. Or at least I feel ridiculous. Yeah, I feel strong at least. Maybe I'm really not that strong. Is there finally a road debate? No. Why did they remove road debates in this patch? I don't really think they did, but I just think I'm cursed. All right, it's fine. We'll tax the nobility, so they'll give us a road debate next time. Also, I think I do have room for more subjects. Although it's probably about time to be annexing more subjects. Just kind of look around and see if they've integrated. Yeah, maybe not down here. I don't know. I guess I could just turn on the Diplo spending for like a month and see. Oh yeah, we can annex basically everybody now. Okay, cool. Let's start doing that. I mean, assuming they've all integrated, I'm happy to. Yeah, that's fine. Although maybe I won't, because my culture conversion is going so poorly. Like, maybe I should actually just be having them culture convert with me, because I'm not going to be able to keep up with it myself, it looks like. I don't know. I'm debating that, but at the same time... Yeah, I don't know. If I do that, then I have to commit to waiting like 10 years to annex them. Which is a choice. I guess let's just take a... Let's test and see how worth. If I'm at plus 76 and my control is 50, which, you know, isn't great. I wonder what if I force someone to be my culture, how bad it would be. Because I have to wait another 10 years if I do that or more. Just give it a test. They don't seem to be doing it. Are they culture converting? No. No, they are. It's relatively the same as me, I guess. It seems like they're... I don't know. I might just have to enforce culture on them still, because I'm like... In this patch, you're so bad at culture conversion because of control. It's like, well, maybe I do need to use subjects to do both. I think it's still important that you yourself are humanist because then your subjects are going to be humanist. If you do it this way, but it seems like they're like, you know, the negative 75 malice is bad, but because I'm so humanist, it's helpful. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I hate to do it, so I can't annex them as soon, but probably worth it. Just enforce culture on everybody. Yeah, they'll add 10 years on my total annexation time. But then I get like plus 13 counter actions, right? Which is, in my opinion, shouldn't be a thing. I pay for Diplo spending, and the Emperor gives a lot, I think. Yeah, see, you get like a huge bonus for that. So the Emperor's like get cracked. Yeah, the Emperor's actually crazy. 0.5 is nuts. Also, that one's good too. Yeah, Austria's just like really good at improving relations. And apparently I have 100 spine arc with Bohemia. Perfect. I feel like there's I don't know. Armies are weird this patch, for sure. But yeah, I definitely am coalition now, so I could chill. I don't need to go too hard. It's crazy that Hungary has 0 antagonism with me after I've taken like half of his land. Half's an overstatement. Certainly not half, but probably like a fourth. And he's not even mad. He's like, it's fine, man. No worries. I get it. Like 0 antagonism. All right. I mean, sure. I just feel like that might be a little bit low. Like I feel like they should be a little bit upset about that. I don't even know that I improved relations with them. Maybe I did. I guess I did at some point, but even so, it doesn't seem like it should be that strong. Just seems insane. But we're almost getting to our next roads and our extra cabinet seat. I'm gonna need to enforce culture on everybody, though. I guess. I was planning to not have to do this, but turns out I still need to do it because I suck at culture conversion. I was thinking like, I could do this myself, but nah. I don't have enough cabinet seats to do that. And I can never be the cultural hegemon because Ming exists. I don't even think of like trying to think like if I upgraded every single rural settlement to a town and built universities everywhere, would it be enough to get the hegemon? Probably. I mean, it would be ridiculous. Maybe. I don't even know if it would. Honestly, like I don't know. Probably, but obviously that'd be like a really stupid thing to do. But like it feels like it's nearly impossible in this patch to become the cultural hegemon over China. At least for a while. Maybe eventually, yeah, sure. But I guess if I enforce all culture, I can turn off my Diplo spending again. It's crazy that I still generate diplomats though, even with my spending turned off. Also, I think I could release more subjects. Yeah, I have a little bit of room. Who's willing to be annexed? Someone I didn't enforce culture on, maybe? No, they need a culture convert. Yeah, these guys are insane. Oh, that's because they... Oh, right, they're already in the main culture. Yeah, it's... I don't like the micro that you need to do this properly, though. It's like, oh, you need to let them finish integrating and then change their culture. So it's like very like you do need to like, you know, micro it if you want to be optimal. This is how it feels. Because they're not even going to start culture converting until they've finished integrating anyways, so yeah. But they're slightly better than me, but basically it's just... Yeah, I mean, I feel like they should change this eventually, but right now it's just like you're using subjects to just get cabinet actions. It's kind of not that interesting to me, but it just seems like a way to circumvent the cap, which is like, is that good gameplay? Like, I'm going to make subjects to circumvent the cap of, you know, government actions I can use. Can I finally get the New World? Indeed. Sure. I'll boost stab for a bit because that's painful. Probably shouldn't be paying for my army, though. The good old nobility. The commoners are starting actually to make a good bit of money for me. But the nobility are the true goats. I wonder, it'd be interesting to see, like, throughout a campaign how much money I made from them. I bet it's ridiculous. It's an absolute crazy amount of money from them. But yeah, I'm realizing it's going to take me forever to integrate all this land. Just give it back to subjects. I could. I've done that before. But no, I probably won't do that. It'd be cool. I was thinking of a cool feature where if you had like an ability to create subjects and it just pulled up the non-integrated land for you. I'm like, that would actually be cool. Or even like a filter. Is there a filter for that? Maybe there is, and I'm not giving the game enough credit. I'm not seeing anything like that. But that'd be neat, you know, like we're gonna... When you create subjects, it's gonna like give you a list of like all the unintegrated land first. I think I'm at my cap of subjects nearly. Oh, actually, I'm past my cap. Oops. Wait, no, I'm not. No, never mind. I am at my cap of subjects though right now. If I want to obviously keep central, which I do. So 17 seems to be that. I think I could go 18 technically, and it would be like even, perhaps. But it's, you know, it's not going to be enough. Sure. I'm pretty sure if I go 18, then I'm just going to be at 0, which is like totally fine. But that will be my cap. I do feel like when you do play with subjects, though, it's just so much slower to play the game. With all the micro that it requires. That's like my biggest complaint with it. If there was an automation, I think that'd be great. Like, if it was just as simple as integrating land, that'd be awesome. Like, as far as, like, clicks and stuff. What war am I fighting? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Not a real war, just some random useless war, right? It ain't a useless war. Yeah, fair. You get 0.5 cultural influence for taking the spot where the Renaissance spawned? Is that real? I've never heard that before. Seems like a paradox thing to do, though. Just like some random ass benefit that you would never know about unless you were lucky enough to stumble upon it. I need to improve my new subjects. Being the Emperor, like, yeah, being the Emperor is super, super nice. I have to admit. Maybe that's the true strength of Catholic. It's just that you can be the Emperor. You know? Maybe. Maybe that's what the true strength is, and you guys have just been missing out on it. I feel like people don't like Catholicism. I'm like, yeah, maybe actually it's just good because you can be the Emperor. Economy is chilling. I unlocked new roads, and I could build some of those, I suppose. They're probably expensive, though. I mean, I bet the price of lumber is terrible, right? I mean, it's not bad. I don't know that I want to spend all my money on it, though. Oh, I kind of wish there was a way to be like, upgrade X amount, you know, like I mean, there is, I guess, 5, but 5 is, I guess 5 is okay. Yeah, that's workable. I'm like, I don't know how much money I want to spend on roads, but I wonder if I'm just going to run out of lumber. I mean, it makes it look better for people watching, right? Like, oh, he doesn't just sit on 70,000 ducats, right? Maybe I should spend all my money so people think that I don't do that. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, sure. All right, got 7 ducats left. We spent 70,000 on the roads. Very irresponsible of me, you know? Spend all my money. Is it going to just be stalled? Or is it possible I'm just going to be able to build all the roads? So I feel like that's like ridiculous, right? Like, I just told it to build 118 roads, and I don't even know that I have that much lumber. Surely we won't run out, though. It's fine. Currently stalled already. Okay, cool. We'll see. I mean, it might work. We don't know for sure. I miss being rich, though. It's sad. Yeah, we're terrible at this. Culture conversion. The struggle. Oh, I just doubled up there on accident. Yeah, this seems like it's got, you know, that seems nerfed culture conversion overall pretty heavily from what it was last, you know, not 1.1. Just with control, specifically. What is this? Oh, humanist trend, okay. Do they just want you to use subjects even more? Is that what it is? Like, all right, you need we're gonna nerf culture conversion, so you have to use subjects, and then we're gonna make rebels so bad that you'll have no choice. We'll force you to do. We'll force you to use subjects for the entire campaign. It's the only way that we can get the player to use subjects that we love. Must be something like that. That's the thought process, right? Johan loves subjects, so he wants you to use them the whole campaign. Austria has some nice higher mercenary costs, I guess. What does premium mean? Is that just a word that isn't important? Not sure. Are we getting like the premium edition of mercenaries, or is that just a weird word? Because like I kind of want the premium edition, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's like can't I play the game without you like just being able to integrate? It's so nice when you can just integrate. But instead they're like, no, we want to use subjects, so you have to like deal with, you know, so you can circumvent and have 20 plus cabinet actions. It's the only way that you'll be able to not have rebels. Like, why though? But maybe, I guess I have to consider Catholic is stronger than people give it credit for because of the HRE. The extra diplomats is decent, but the extra cabinet action just goes a long way. You can't, you know, that's pretty valuable. I guess that you do have to deal with not being an empire, though, but you could just, like, go Lutheran for short term and then go back to Catholic and become an empire. Or something like that. I don't know, I think that people undervalue like, the strength of the antagonism reduction, too. Call for crusade. Who can I crusade? Just Egypt? Poor Egypt. What is Georgia doing up here? You know? Just looking at if anyone's ever gonna like. I want to see Russia form someday by the AI. Think there's gonna be a road debate? I don't think they exist. Nope. The nobility. Oh my goodness. They give me some money. 1,100 from taxing the nobles. I like it. I think my land value is like nearly maxed. By this point, it must be. Yeah. 90. So it's decent. And yeah, centralization has just been a really hard thing to max because I haven't got a single road debate this campaign. It's 1488. You would think that I would have at least gotten one. But no, not even one. That's probably an exaggeration of sorts and probably got one, but I don't remember actually. It might be just real. I don't know if I ever got one. But I should probably stop paying for stability. Now that we're positive again. I'm sure our control is going to get a lot better too with the roads that we've queued up. Could build a couple more. What's the difference between this button and this button? Someone ever wondered that? What's the right button to click? You know, like if you were a university and this was on a test, what would be the answer to that? Like, you know, your entire grade depended on it. Like literally, like you will fail your entire semester if you get this answer wrong. Which one would you go for? It's more like you should click this button or you should click like this button. That'd be scary. Your entire semester could be gone. That simple. I don't think I'd be able to like give you the right answer very easily. I had a history professor. This is a side note, but I had a history professor that the test would literally be whatever we talked about. And it was a history class, so I would always ask random questions that were like completely irrelevant, and they would be on the test, which I thought was funny because it was like meant to be like an American history test, and I'd ask questions about Europe all the time, and then there would be Europe questions on the test, and I'm like, I wonder like if that's like right that he did that. It definitely made it so if you missed class, you're just completely screwed. But I kind of like the teaching method. I don't know, random tangent. But I remember asking questions about like Brandenburg. It was like an American history class, but like he knew he went on and talked about it for like 20 minutes, and it was on the test. I asked a question that I found interesting, or someone did, maybe not me, but like why did China not explore the New World when they had like, because China at the time has a unified economy, and they had interest in it. But I always thought that one interesting. Do you guys know why China didn't do that? They built boats that were capable of exploring the New World, and they were going to do it. And then something happened that, basically what happened is the current ruler died, and the new ruler decided that it was evil. The new ruler decided that it was evil, and then he converted all those ships into churches. But which is basically like, or kind of a simplified version of what it. There's more to it, but basically, the next leader had a different policy, like kind of how they had simulated over there with like the opener, like if you play Japan, like the opener close policy. But basically it's like apparently the Chinese ships were like an order of magnitude better than the ones that explore the New World. Like way more capable, way bigger. Because you know they had like in China, it's like, you know, you're a lot more unified. You can just put all your money towards a thing because the emperor decides to do that, or workers, or etc. Right? You have so much more manpower to do it if you want to, which I find interesting. Wait, is it tax season, or do I just make that much money all the time now? I think I just make that much money all the time. Wow. Roads OP. Must be the roads. Oh god, what happened? It's over. Rebels. Oh yeah, it is over. It's okay, I've got these cannons. I can't be stopped. Civil War. I should call in everyone. I want to call in France, the two Sicilies, and the Commonwealth. I need help. Please, people. Nah, probably I won't this time. We can do this on our own. Yeah, but it was weird because like I was reading about a specific time in history where it was like they built the ships to do it, and they were gonna do it, but then the policy changed. Like they've been preparing to do it, and then they're just like, yeah, we're gonna not do that anymore. Forget all the investment that we had into it. That's evil. All right, guys, I gotta run. Yeah, I will be. We'll continue this campaign, you know, in the next one. But Austria pretty strong right now. Not too bad for 1489. I mean, I don't know. I don't like. You guys are probably play better than me. Maybe it is bad for 1489. But I guess it doesn't really matter, right? It's a single player game. It's fine. It'll be fine. You're like, I would have had those borders by 1400. And, you know, that's fair. Maybe you would have. Anyhow, take it easy, guys.